Get ready for a rapid-fire update that's rewriting the script. The pace of change is relentless, and you need to stay ahead of the curve. Today, we're diving into the headlines that matter, the stories you can't afford to miss. From game-changing software deals to unexpected events, we've got it all. Buckle up, because you're about to get the inside scoop on what's happening now. We've got a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. First up, a deal that's too good to pass up for your productivity toolkit. Then, we're heading to tech headquarters, where a significant protest has unfolded. After that, we'll look at a key financial announcement impacting the market. And finally, a critical security alert for developers everywhere. Stick around, because this is Microsoft Sphere, and you're getting the unmissable updates right here, right now. Don't miss a second, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Stop settling for good enough docs. Microsoft Office is now just $30. Are you tired of clunky document formatting and limited features holding back your creativity and productivity? When it comes to crafting polished presentations, analyzing data with professional precision, or simply writing without a hitch, the digital workspace often presents a dilemma: free but functional, or paid but powerful. For years, many have opted for free alternatives, making do with what's available. However, the landscape of productivity software is shifting, and the value proposition for premium tools has never been clearer. This isn't just about having a word processor. It's about having a comprehensive suite that empowers you to excel in every digital task. For a limited time, the gold standard in productivity suites, Microsoft Office Professional Plus 2019 for Windows, is available for an astonishingly low price of just $29.97. This isn't a subscription, it's a lifetime license, granting you permanent access to a powerhouse of applications including Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, Publisher, and Access. Imagine installing these robust tools directly onto your PC, bypassing the endless cycle of recurring fees and the limitations of cloud-based platforms. This one-time investment unlocks a world of professional capabilities, ensuring your work always looks polished and performs flawlessly, without the nagging worry of future costs or online dependency. One of the most significant, yet often overlooked, advantages of the Microsoft Office suite is its robust offline functionality. In an era where reliable internet access can be a luxury, particularly when traveling or working from unconventional locations, Office stands out. Your projects remain accessible and editable regardless of your connectivity status. Whether you're drafting a critical report in a remote cabin, fine-tuning a presentation on a flight, or working from an office with notoriously poor Wi-Fi, Microsoft Office ensures that your workflow remains uninterrupted. This freedom from constant online validation means you can focus on what truly matters: creating impactful content without technical barriers. Beyond its foundational strengths, Office 2019 brings a suite of upgraded features designed to enhance user experience and efficiency. Excel users will appreciate the more sophisticated analytical tools that can uncover deeper insights from their data. PowerPoint has been enhanced with improved design tools, making it easier than ever to create visually stunning and engaging presentations. Outlook users benefit from better organizational features, streamlining communication and task management. Across the entire suite, improved inking capabilities provide a more natural and intuitive way to interact with documents and presentations, especially on touch-enabled devices. These enhancements are not mere cosmetic changes. They are functional upgrades built for professionals who demand tools that are reliable, powerful, and consistently perform day in and day out. While the allure of free software is undeniable, the reality is that when a premium, industry-leading solution like Microsoft Office 2019 is available for such an accessible price with a lifetime license, the choice becomes remarkably clear. It's an opportunity to elevate your productivity, enhance your professional image, and invest in tools that will serve you for years to come. This exceptional offer is for a limited time, making it the perfect moment to upgrade your digital toolkit and experience the full power of Microsoft Office. Don't miss out on this incredible value. Next, we're diving into a developing situation at Microsoft's headquarters. Microsoft employee arrested amidst protests at headquarters over Israel contracts. A significant demonstration has unfolded at Microsoft's campus in Redmond, Washington, leading to multiple arrests and highlighting growing employee activism concerning the company's business dealings. The protests, which entered their second day, focused on Microsoft's contracts with the Israeli government, specifically its Azure cloud services. This event underscores a broader trend of tech workers engaging with the ethical implications of their employer's work, particularly in sensitive geopolitical contexts. The No Azure for Apartheid protest group has been vocal in their opposition, asserting that Microsoft's cloud technology is being utilized in ways that impact human rights. According to reports, the demonstrations escalated on Wednesday, with Redmond police arresting 18 individuals. Among those taken into custody was Anna Haddle, identified as a software engineer within Microsoft's cloud and AI team. This action was confirmed by Abdo Mohammed, an organizer with the group and a former Microsoft employee who was previously terminated. He stated that Haddle, along with former Microsoft employees Hassam Nasser and Vania Agrawal, were among the 18 arrested. The group emphasized that the arrested individuals included not only current and former Microsoft employees, but also community members, indicating a broader coalition of support for their cause. Protesters have employed various tactics to draw attention to their cause. On Wednesday, demonstrators established a liberated zone encampment at the headquarters and reportedly poured red paint on a Microsoft sign. Redmond police have alleged that some participants obstructed a pedestrian bridge and attempted to create blockades using furniture. While initial protests on Tuesday were described as peaceful, the situation on Wednesday saw an increase in police intervention, with authorities claiming some protesters became aggressive. This has led to charges against the arrested individuals, with the protest group framing the arrests as a response to their advocacy. This wave of activism is not new. The No Azure for Apartheid group has been actively protesting Microsoft's contracts with the Israeli government for several months. Previous actions include disruptions at Microsoft's 50th anniversary event, where former employees publicly criticized company leadership and its business practices. The group also staged multiple disruptions during Microsoft's Build conference. In response to the employee activism, Microsoft reportedly implemented measures such as blocking emails containing the word Palestine, a move that drew further criticism and highlighted the company's efforts to manage internal dissent. The timing of these protests is particularly significant, following a recent investigation published by The Guardian, Plus 972 magazine, and Local Call. This investigative report revealed that the Israeli government allegedly utilizes Microsoft's Azure platform to process a substantial volume of calls made by Palestinians, estimated at up to 1 million calls per hour. This alleged use of cloud services has become a focal point for the protesters' demands. In response to the allegations and the ongoing protests, a Microsoft spokesperson issued a statement acknowledging the company's awareness of the reports. The company announced last week that it is pursuing a thorough and independent review of new allegations first reported earlier this month about the purported use of its Azure platform in Israel, the spokesperson stated. Microsoft also reiterated its commitment to upholding human rights standards in the Middle East and addressing actions that harm property or threaten individuals. However, the company's efforts to balance its business operations with ethical considerations and employee activism continue to be closely watched by the public and the tech community. These significant events highlight the complex intersection of technology, business, and global politics. Next, we'll turn our attention to a key financial indicator from Microsoft that's making waves in the market. Microsoft declares 83-cent dividend, market reaction and recovery outlook on ex-dividend date. In a move that often captures the attention of investors and market watchers, Microsoft has announced its latest dividend payout, setting an ex-dividend date that will determine eligibility for the distribution. The company has declared a dividend of 83 cents per share, a figure that provides a tangible return to shareholders and signals the company's ongoing financial health and commitment to returning value to its investors. This announcement comes at a time when market sentiment can be particularly sensitive to corporate financial actions, making the impact of this dividend declaration a key point of analysis. The ex-dividend date is a crucial element in this process. For any shareholder to receive the declared dividend, they must purchase the stock before the market opens on this specific date. Any purchases made on or after the ex-dividend date will not qualify for the upcoming payout. This date is typically set 1 business day before the record date, which is the date the company checks its records to identify shareholders eligible for the dividend. Understanding these dates is vital for investors looking to capitalize on dividend income. The announcement of the 83-cent dividend per share is a clear indication of Microsoft's strong performance and its confidence in its future earnings potential. Such payouts are often seen as a sign of financial stability and a mature company's ability to generate consistent profits. The market's reaction to dividend announcements can be varied. While the dividend itself provides a direct financial benefit to shareholders, the ex-dividend date can sometimes lead to a slight dip in the stock price. This phenomenon, known as the dividend drop, occurs because the stock is trading without the value of the upcoming dividend on the ex-dividend date. However, this effect is generally temporary, and the underlying value and growth prospects of the company are more significant drivers of long-term stock performance. Analysts will be closely watching how the market digests this announcement, looking for signs of sustained investor confidence or any potential shifts in trading patterns around the ex-dividend date. The recovery outlook following the ex-dividend date will depend on several factors, including Microsoft's overall market position, its upcoming product launches, and the broader economic environment. Companies that consistently pay and often increase their dividends are typically viewed favorably by income-focused investors. Microsoft's history of financial management and innovation suggests that it is well-positioned to navigate market fluctuations and continue delivering value to its shareholders. The 83-cent dividend is not just a payment. It's a reflection of the company's operational success and its strategic approach to capital allocation. Investors will be keen to see if this dividend payout is a precursor to further positive financial news or strategic moves from the tech giant. Furthermore, the dividend announcement provides a point of reference for evaluating the company's performance relative to its peers and the market as a whole. In sectors where growth is paramount, dividends might be less common, but for established giants like Microsoft, they represent a balanced approach to shareholder returns, combining potential capital appreciation with regular income. The market impact will be closely scrutinized in the days and weeks following the ex-dividend date, with analysts assessing whether the positive signal of the dividend outweighs any short-term price adjustments. This financial update offers a glimpse into Microsoft's stability and shareholder strategy. Now, let's shift gears to a critical security vulnerability that could impact developers worldwide. Critical security flaw in VS Code Remote-SSH extension. Malicious code execution risk for developers. A significant security vulnerability has been uncovered within Microsoft's widely used VS Code Remote-SSH extension, posing a serious threat to developers by allowing malicious code to be executed directly on their local machines. This exploit, which has been termed vibe hacking, leverages the inherent trust established between remote development environments and the developer's local setup, affecting not only VS Code but also popular forks like Cursor. The discovery highlights a critical oversight in the security model of remote development tools, which many developers assume provide complete isolation. The vulnerability arises from a fundamental misunderstanding of how remote connections function. While developers often connect to remote servers believing they are operating within a secure, isolated sandbox, the Remote-SSH extension's design can be exploited once a remote server is compromised. Attackers can then pivot to the developer's local machine by utilizing specific VS Code commands that are enabled by default configurations. Researchers have identified 2 key commands that facilitate this attack: Workbench Action Terminal New Local and Workbench Action Terminals in sequence. The former allows a compromised remote server to open a new terminal directly on the developer's local machine, completely bypassing the intended remote environment. The latter command enables attackers to send arbitrary text sequences to this newly opened local terminal. Once the local terminal is established, the attacker can then use workbench action terminal send sequence to input malicious commands. By appending a newline character to the sequence, the code executes automatically, mimicking a user pressing the enter key. This sophisticated technique effectively turns the trusted development connection into a command and control channel. The seamless nature of this attack stems from the Remote-SSH extension's default trust model, which inherently trusts communications originating from the remote server. This trust, while convenient for development workflows, creates a significant security blind spot, leaving local machines vulnerable to sophisticated supply chain attacks when developers connect to potentially compromised remote environments. Microsoft has acknowledged the potential risks associated with the Remote-SSH extension, noting on its marketplace page that a compromised remote could use the VS Code remote connection to execute code on your local machine. Despite this warning, the widespread adoption of remote development practices, particularly for tasks like AI agent deployment and testing, continues unabated. This makes addressing such vulnerabilities even more critical. Security researchers are advocating for the implementation of enhanced security measures, such as user approval prompts whenever remote extensions attempt to initiate local terminal sessions or send keystrokes to active terminals. While monitoring specific directories like // cursor server for unauthorized changes might offer limited protection, it is not a foolproof solution against fully compromised servers. The Vibe hacking vulnerability underscores a broader challenge in the software development ecosystem: the need for secure-by-default designs that do not place the burden of complex trust decisions on end users. As remote development becomes increasingly integral to modern workflows, particularly in cutting-edge fields like AI, ensuring the security of developer workstations against advanced threats is paramount. Failure to address these fundamental security issues could have widespread consequences, compromising sensitive codebases and developer environments across the globe. This security alert serves as a crucial reminder of the evolving threat landscape for developers. Now, let's quickly recap all the top stories we covered today. That's a wrap on today's essential updates. We saw a massive deal on Microsoft Office, protests and arrests at Microsoft HQ, a key dividend announcement, and a critical VS Code security flaw. Don't miss out on what's next. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the conversation in the comments. Follow us on all social platforms for more breaking news.